Well, 6 attorneys general are calling on the NFL to quickly respond to accusations of a hostile work environment toward women. They say if the league does not take action, it'll face investigations and potential legal charges. Their warning follows a New York Times report based on claims from more than 30 former NFL employees. So joining us now to talk about these accusations in an exclusive interview is Minnesota's Attorney General Keith Ellison. Ellison is a part of that joint letter. This is his first time talking about it on television. Attorney General, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, it's a pleasure to be with you, and thank you for focusing on the story. It's important to make sure that every workplace, even the NFL, is free from discrimination and is an affirming work environment for women.
Absolutely. Well, Attorney General Ellison, you and your fellow attorneys general wrote this letter. It is in response to that New York Times report. Now, that came out in February. So tell us, why send the letter now, and talk about what went into this decision?
Well, because there's, the time is always right to do what is right, and now is just as good a time as any to make sure that some of the things that complainants talked about, and some of the allegations were quite concerning, especially requiring female employees to listen to and watch, the Ray Rice video, which for some could be triggering, could be very upsetting, and other sort of things like that, which we think are important to bring to the league's attention so that they can focus on that and try to do better. Let me just say, we have over 2,000 calls to domestic violence serving organizations every year in Minnesota, asking for assistance on housing, emergency assistance, or childcare, all types of the things that happen when you cannot stay at your home because of the violence within it. And as many as 28 such emergency calls regarding domestic violence are made in an hour.
Right.
And so this is a very serious problem. It's a national problem. It's a problem we've all got to take on. And the NFL happens to be the most popular sport in America, the most profitable sport in America. They can lead on this. They can do the right thing. And we believe that they will take the appropriate action.
Well, so right now you're threatening to sue, but what would it take for an investigation to officially be launched?
If we keep getting complaints, we will pursue that. The fact is, with this information coming to the press's attention and getting out there in the public, if we begin to get more calls from women and from female employees saying, look, there's a problem,
right?
Then that is the kind of thing that's going to prompt our attention. So,
well, Attorney General, do you think more states will end up joining you on this?
We certainly hope so. I mean, I think that everybody is concerned about this. This is something that is not only happening in New York or only happening even in the NFL. It's actually a national problem. We hope the NFL wants to lead on this issue. Well, but we do hope we'll get joined by others.
All right. Mr. Ellison, separate but related note here. We know 2 more NFL coaches. They just joined former Miami Dolphins head coach Brian Flores in his discrimination suit against the league. What are your thoughts on this, particularly in light of this letter?
Well, the league has a lot of work to do. The fact is, it's America's most popular sport, most profitable sport. It has to be a sport where there's fairness and openness to everyone, whether you are a Black coach or whether you are a woman, no matter who you may be. We believe that America's most popular sport has to be a sport that reflects the principle of liberty and justice for all. And that's not too much to ask for in these United States.
Well, my last question for you, sometimes it is really difficult to get these institutions to change, institutions that have established themselves, that have been around for a while. Do you think this will incite change?
Absolutely. I have confidence that it will. I believe that there are people within the organization, within the upper ranks of the NFL who know that this is the right thing to do. But that's what law is for. Law is for people. When people won't do the right thing voluntarily, then folks like attorneys general have to step in and look into it. We're hoping that they take action before we have to.
All right, Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison, your first television interview. Thank you, sir. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.